Hello everybody, today I want to talk to you about a set of headphones I bought for $20. Well, actually it's $15, but I got it at my local Family Dollar store. Normally they're 20 bucks, but it was on sale for 15, so I thought I'd pick them up and give them a try. They are actually made by Toshiba, right there, as you can see. And right off the bat, yeah, it's all plastic. Well, with the exception of whatever metal is inside of the speakers and whatnot, but the whole framing is nothing but plastic. It's very, very lightweight. It doesn't feel like that cheap, brittle plastic that sometimes these really cheap headphones are made out of. This is very flexible. And it feels really nice. There's kind of like a nice rubberized feeling to it. So it's not going to pick up fingerprints too much. And like I said, it just has a real nice feel, nice soft feel to it. Feels really, really nice. As you can tell, there's a decent amount of padding on the top. And the ear cups even have a good amount of padding. But you really don't need a whole lot of padding, especially on the headband, because these things are so light. And the ratcheting mechanism, like I said, it's all plastic. They don't tilt or twist on the axis. So, but like I said, it's a $20 set of headphones. It is Bluetooth. You also get a wired or a cable inside, so if you don't want to use the Bluetooth function, right here on the bottom, you can plug it in and just use it wired. And right here is the micro USB port to charge it. And right there is the LED light. Oh, nope, sorry, that was the microphone. The LED light is next to the port, the charging port. And you only got 3 buttons here. This is like for volume up and down, down, and the middle button is the pause play button, but that is also the power on and off button, and how you also take or make a phone call is with the middle button. And to make the volume go up and down, it's a quick press on the button and the volume will go up or the volume will go down. To change or skip a track, you do a long press on either the up or down button, and pretty much that's it. And one thing they don't tell you in the instructions that I'm going to tell you now, in my counting, I took these all the way down to 0 sound. I'll get to that in just a sec. But from 0 sound all the way to maximum volume is 15 clicks or 15 button pushes. Okay. Now the reason why I say I'll get back to the 0 sound thing. Even though I had it and I kept pressing it and it won't go any quieter, I still heard a little bit of music coming through the headphones, even though it was supposed to be at 0 volume. I think they did that just so you don't forget that you left your headphones on and it drains your batteries, okay? And, well, before we go any further, since you can make and take phone calls with this, let me stop right now and give you an audio test of what these headphones, the microphone and the headphones, sound like. It's all indoors. Sorry I didn't have time to run outside and do it outdoors, but it's all indoor. But it's still going to give you a pretty decent idea of what the microphone on these headphones sound like. Okay, this is the audio test of the Toshiba headphone microphone. Does it sound good? Does it sound okay? Or is it really bad? The decision is yours. But just keep in mind that these headphones were only $20 at my local Family Dollar. All right, let's get back to the review. Alrighty, so now that you heard what the microphones sound like, let's get on a little bit more about the headphones. They run Bluetooth 4.2. Okay, so it's an older version of Bluetooth, but I must admit, in all of my devices, it connected really fast. I had no problems, no disconnections, no static, nothing. I mean, it connected, the signal was strong, and I was able to still get around the 30 feet you normally get out of Bluetooth headphones. It does have a 300 milliamp hour battery built in, and they claim up to 10 hours of playtime, but when I was listening to these at around 50%, I got about 6 hours of playtime out of them. So I'm betting that the 10 hours is probably more or less like, you know, around a 25%, 20-25%. But it's still 6 hours at 50%. Volume is really good anyway, and I'll get more to that in just a moment. All right, I already told you about the clicks for the volume. From 0 to the maximum volume, it's 15 clicks in my count. And they do use the A2DP, AZRCP, HFP, and HSP codices for this. So none of the newer stuff. That's probably why this was only 20 bucks. It's probably an older set of headphones. And these get really freaking loud, okay? Before I get to the volume part of it, let me tell you the other thing that deals with the volume on here. It has independent volume control. And what I mean by that is you can take your device, turn it up all the way, and then use your headphones to turn up or down. And it will not touch the volume setting on your device. So you can have the headphones turned up all the way and then take your device and turn that down if it sounds better to you, or vice versa. I personally like to keep my device turned up all the way and then adjust the volume on the headphones. So like I said, it has independent volume. So you can basically, once again, you can control the volume on the headphones and control the volume on your device, and it won't affect either one. Okay, so like say on your device you got it set at 50% and you turn these up all the way, this will still be at 50%. Okay. Now, like I said, these things get pretty loud, almost to the point where you can start, if I turn both my devices up 100%, I can literally start hearing some, it's not a whole lot, but there is a little bit of distortion that's already starting when I crank up both devices. And let me just play something. Okay, I got this right up against my microphone. And I'm just going to pull it slowly away until I get to arm's length. That's with both devices turned up all the way. My device here and this one here. I'm probably going to get a copyright strike now for that. Now let's get on to the audio quality of these. It is actually for $20. These are actually a very well-rounded audio performance out of these. I expected them to sound like crap. I mean, I know that it's a Toshiba brand name, but I mean, here's the box. You know, I mean, it's not like some generic box that Toshiba just slapped their name on. I mean, they spent money on the marketing for the box, for the packaging on these. So they must have made them, or they had somebody make them for them, and they must have really want to stand behind the product, you know, because I mean, they got the branding on it and they got a really nice box. But I kind of expected them to be kind of crappy, but they're not, believe it or not. The bass is very well grounded, very well rounded, and very warm. You do get some good deep thumping out of it, but not, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not going to be for bass heads, in my opinion. But their bass is there and it's very clean. It doesn't sound muddy at all, okay? The mid-range punches through the mix very easily, and it's so crisp, it's not even funny. You can hear the hammer strikes of the bass drum hitting the skin. You can hear the drummer hitting the hi-hats or the cymbals, and the crashes really ring out. You know, sometimes With some headphones, when someone hits a cymbal, the ring tends to die out kind of quickly. Not with these. You can really kind of hear it going and fading out. The high end is really crystal clear and crisp. It won't hurt your ears with any high-pitched noise or whatever, unless you're going to be kind of dumb like me and turn both your devices up all the way to hurt your ears. And that's the other thing that I found out through this. These are non-noise canceling headphones. No noise canceling. Okay? So if your device has a hiss in it, when you turn it up, it will come through on these. I've tested these on all of my devices, and if you know me already, you know what they are. Some devices have kind of a hiss, like my Nexus 7. So when I crank that bad boy up all the way and start turning this up, you can really hear the hiss come through. That's not these really. I mean, they do have a little bit of a hiss to it, but it does amplify the hiss coming from your device as well. My Samsung Galaxy S7 has the lowest noise floor in it, followed by my, believe it or not, my Lumia 640 phone. That has a very low noise floor. I mean, there is still a hiss in it, but it's nowhere near as bad as, say, my Nexus 7 or the Apple iPod Touch 5. So just keep that in mind, too. When I plugged it in to listen to it for wired, that cut the hiss down a lot more as well, because it's just a direct connection. It's not coming, you know, through an antenna, through the airwaves. So that even does help cut down on that hiss. So just bear that in mind, okay? But let's get back to it all. For $20, if you just want a pair of headphones, like you're going to go out and cut the lawn, shovel the snow, clean your gutters, give it to your kids, and you don't care if they're going to break them, you know, because let's admit it, some kids are kind of like, ooh, and they toss them around. Or you just want a pair of cheap headphones for whatever reason you want, but actually has a really good audio reproduction, I would highly get these, okay? I know I found these at my local Family Dollar, but if I can find them online anywhere, even if it's on eBay, I'll put it in the link, or I'll put the link down in the description below. But if you can run out and get these from Family Dollar, I would get them now, because the store I was at only had like 4 on the shelf, and I asked them, is this all you guys got? And they said, yeah. So, but the whole model number is the Toshiba RZE BT160H. Okay. So for $20, you heard the audio test of the microphones, which when I listened to them for 20 bucks, it was a lot better than I expected them to sound for $20. Would I recommend these? Yes, I would. I would definitely recommend these headphones to anybody. They'd make a great stocking stuffer. There's still time to run out and get them for Christmas. They're great if you just want, like I said, if you just wanted a cheap pair of headphones, you didn't want to use your good ones, say you're going traveling and you just wanted something, perfect fit, you know. They're great. And that's one thing I did forget to mention. How do they fit? Well, without any of the tilting on the access, they do fit fine. It's a very light pressure on your head. The only thing though is they're still using that fake pleather on here. And after about 3 hours, my ears were getting warm. Not sweaty, but just a little warm. And that was after about 3 hours. So that's it. Do I recommend the Toshiba Bluetooth headphones? For the 20 bucks? Yes, I do. I definitely recommend these. If you can get them for the 15, if they happen to still be on sale, that's even a better deal. And until the next video, you have a fantastic day.